When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Hi folks, I'm Alan.
My name's Henry.
And we're from writershite.net, the no BS movie review gents.
In this episode we're going to be reviewing the Cohen Brothers film, latest film, No Country for Old Men. Alan, what did you think? Have you seen anything like this before?
I don't think I have actually. This movie was an excellent movie. I would say it's an awesome movie.
Yeah.
Typical of the Cohen Brothers, full of wonderful, colourful characters. A fantastic storyline, and it was very suspenseful.
Yeah, let's tell the folks what the film was about. It starts off, a fellow lone hunter is out hunting in the Texas country, wild country, and he stumbles across some vehicles. It looks like there's been a shootout, and there is a suitcase full of money.
And he does the thing which probably a lot of people would do. He takes the money, and it's a big leather briefcase. How much would you say was in there?
Oh, a couple $100,000.
Yeah.
And it's set in and by the way, it's set in the late 1970s. So all the period pieces, the hair designs, the cars are all of that era.
And so anyway, he takes this money and he goes on his merry way. But little does he know that the briefcase is actually bugged, and there's a tracer in there.
Yeah.
And what happens is this guy who appears from nowhere, he actually is a hitman, and he's on his trail, and he's after the money. He wants to get the money back.
What's happened is it's a drug deal that has gone bad, and the main character is on the run from all the people that are trying to get the money. And what the film is actually about is human behavior and greed, and it's kind of a lesson that everybody's out for something, but it's always just beyond reach.
And there's an element of fate in there as well.
Well, that's what it's all about. Fate and fortune. It's always beyond reach. You never know what you're going to get, if anything. Life and death is just around the corner. So for me, the film, even though this wasn't a horror film, I found it to be one of the more frightening and suspenseful films I've seen in a long time.
The main character, or the main center of the main character rather than the movie is the guy who finds the money, but the guy who steals the show is the hitman who comes after him. And this guy, I've never seen anybody portray anything like this before. Where the Coen brothers got this idea for this character from is, they must have saw someone in the street, walking in the street to see someone like this. This hitman is an awesome character.
Yeah, apparently they were looking at a picture from 1979 taken in a brothel in Texas, and one of the customers had the haircut and the same period dress, and that's what they modeled it after.
Yeah, this guy was...
he's a real psychotic, he's a lunatic.
And he didn't just have a gun or a knife or a club or whatever. This guy had the most inventive killing device I've ever seen in a movie. What was it?
It was a device that is used to put down cattle, and it's a pneumatic pin that shoots out of a cylinder, and they put it on the cattle's head, and it just, in 2 seconds kills the cow, and he uses this as a device. And
it was portable. It was a compressed gas canister with this bolt, and that's what he killed people with, or most of his victims.
Yeah. Now, we're very much into horror films and splatterfest, and we're always looking for the best. This film had more suspense for me than most horror films I've seen in recent memory. Would you say the same, Alan?
Definitely. I recall being in a movie theatre. There was actually 4 of us watching it, and the whole movie theatre, in some parts of the movie, you could feel the tension, you could feel the suspense, you could feel the fear, and just there was one part in the movie where the killer was on the trail of the guy who accidentally stumbled across the money, and he tracked him down to this hotel, and the guy who had the money eventually knew that there was some bug in the suitcase. He figured this out because the guy kept tracking him down. I mean, how could he track him down in a huge country like the States?
You're in the state of Texas, the biggest state in the Union.
Once you get the money and you're off, that's it. But this guy, he was like a god. He was like an omnipotent god. He tracked him down to various places, managed to escape. But one place he tracked him down to this hotel was he was in the corridor and he was outside the bedroom door, and the guy with the money was inside the bedroom. and the tension, you could cut it with a
Yeah,
knife.
yeah, they were only about 10 feet away from each other, and you thought that it was just gonna blow up.
Yeah.
It doesn't, but I mean, my God, it was incredible.
But it's typical of the Coen Brothers movies. They have got fantastically deep, colourful characters, a fantastic storyline,
Yeah.
lots of twists and turns, and you never know where it's going to take you.
No, I mean, this was a film, I think, about human greed and violence. The main violent character, he represents violence. You don't know where he comes from. He just comes out of nowhere and he just disappears into nowhere. But he seems to always be there. He's always just around the corner, and that's why it's so suspenseful, the film. I think the Cohen brothers were trying to make a statement on life itself, and that was basically epitomized by the Tommy Lee Jones character at the very end of the film when he gives his speech about life and human beings. Never, they'll search and they'll search and they'll search, and human beings will never get what they want. And that's what we see in this film. None of the characters get what they want.
Exactly, and it's really hard to put that onto film.
Yes,
Try
it sure
to put
is.
it onto film. That's why these guys get so many Oscars and they have so many films with accolades. That it's hard to really to have an idea and put it onto celluloid. It was really tough. Because
The script was excellent.
Yeah, it was a really well done movie compared to some of the other movies from Hollywood. They're a lot of them don't hit the mark. But as you know, we're very critical of movies. That's why we're in the business. But this one, for me, I would have to give this a right. This was a fantastic movie.
Yeah, thumbs up from me.
Yep.
Right. Anyhow, we welcome you to stick around for our next set of previews. We've seen a lot of movies, and if you'd like one of these T-shirts, writershite.net, the No Bullshit Movie Review Gentleman, please visit our website and you can purchase one. Thanks a lot, and until next time, watch out for the BS.
Thank you.
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be, let it be. And in my hour of darkness,